Oh, that's always so loud. Welcome everybody to this week's KubeVirt community meeting. It is January 22nd. Happy KubeVirt version 1.5 beta day, beta 0. Let me just dump the agenda notes into chat. All righty. Welcome again. I hope your day is going marvelously. Is there anyone here who would like to take the opportunity to introduce themselves, whether this is your first time attending this meeting or whether you've just never introduced yourself before?
I would. Hey, Andrew, do you remember me?
I do remember you, the
Uh,
Highwayman.
it's been, oh, geez. Yes, that's right. So, it's been a long time. This, unfortunately hasn't been on the bucket list or a priority for the last 2 years. I know you and I were working, but, priority shifted and now, it's back on the table. So, yeah, I've, been part of the CNCF community for a long time. I contributed to many others. Falco, I have a PR in Crossplane. Yeah, I've been around. And so I'm excited, to finally get this on the table. So happy to be here. I did fix the documentation for the CDI importer maybe like 6 months ago. And now I'm just here. So happy to be here.
Welcome back. Yeah, I'm stretching my memory here. Are you still with the University of Wisconsin?
I am.
All right, the memory still works.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, let's see you again. Second question: are you a member of the KubeVirt GitHub project? Because if not,
I don't know what that means. I'm definitely in the Slack channel. I don't know what member of the project means.
it's probably worthwhile because I don't think we've done this for quite a long time. We'll have a quick look at. We'll go to the community governance. Will that do? Go down to membership policy. So yeah, you can become a contributor. New members, yeah, you basically just need to say, hey, look, I've done this stuff. I want to be recognized as a contributing member of the KubeVirt project. I think you just need to have a couple of PRs, which it sounds like you already have read the contributor guide, have two-factor authentication, et cetera. And then, yeah, if you're looking for, like, I'll happily sponsor you. There's a bunch of examples.
Yeah. Okay.
Document
I
here.
appreciate it. Yep. I remember I'm supposed to do this to be part of those contributor meetings. Normally I just work, but yeah, I need to get that done. So that would be fantastic.
I've just put the link into chat.
Thank you.
Yeah. Another thing is if you're not a member of the KubeVirt-dev Google group, which gives you the mailing list and then edit rights to all their documents. And that's just a yes.
Perfect.
Cool.
Thank you.
Awesome. Is there anyone else here that would like to take the time to introduce themselves? I'll take that as a no. Our schedule, as I said, we have. This was last week. I might have put it in the calendar wrong. It's the 22nd. Well, then, it's nothing day. I tell a big lie. Coming up on the 12th of February, we have our feature freeze. And the version 1.5 is scheduled to release on the 5th of March. We'll be looking to have our version 1.6 unconference between those two dates. So that will be one of the last 2 weeks in February. I'll probably send something out relatively soon because it's, what, a month away. So we can start seeding that document and lock in some dates for that. And then upcoming CFP. These haven't changed. It's still the 3 KubeCon Cloud Native Cons in China, Japan, and India. 2 of those are closing quite soon. We've also got Container Days much later in the year, and it closes in 2 months' time. So plenty of time to continue working on that. But if you yourself or you know someone who is interested in representing the project in either the KubeCon China or KubeCon Japan or the KubeCon India one, even though I've got a bit more time for that, by all means, encourage yourself and those people, and please let me know so we can coordinate something. And upcoming, I think was it not this weekend, but next weekend, I will have a bunch of people at FOSDEM. I also need to add, now that the schedule's been posted, we'll have I think a healthy presence at KubeCon EU in London this year was that the start of April? And we'll have a part-time booth as well in the CNCF Project Pavilion. Onto our agenda. I just wanted to bring this up. So this has been lurking in our repo. It's had a lot of comments, a lot of attention, a lot of back and forth. This is about adding Helm charts to KubeVirt. We scroll down here. I sent out an email recently. Basically, the only sticking point is this one, chart layout. That seems to be, once we have, they're interested in hearing what the community thinks would be the most useful for our project chart layout. They're guessing this one CRD chart and one CR plus operator chart as such. If this is in your wheelhouse, please respond to this PR so that we can let your thoughts know so that we can move it forward. It's been in existence for quite a while now. And it'd be really cool.
Did we agree that this is supposed to be part of this project, or can it live outside?
No, yes. I realize those are conflicting answers. They did think it was reasonable for the Helm charts to be in their own repo. But still in our project, right?
Yeah, I mean, in our ecosystem.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, they thought that was fine, and now it's more about the chart layout. That was the previous sticking point, and yeah, now we've got what the layout is, and then we'll go ahead and help them set up a repo, and they can do the Helm chart work. So we have nothing else on the agenda or the open floor. Arel has a few PRs that he would like attention on. Arel.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you all again. So I have 3 PRs today. One of them is a result of the first enhancement that got merged today, VEP number 3. And the work on this PR is split into 2. This is one part, which is as an LGTM and approval from a SIG network, and we need an approval from a core approver in order to approve the API changes.
Am I looking at the right one?
Yes, you are.
Yes. Perfect. Is there anyone on this call who can provide that API approval?
Yeah, I can take a look.
Awesome. Thanks, Igor.
Thank you, Igor.
Sure.
Next up.
This PR is a storage PR. It decouples the export controller from the template service. It has an LGTM and approval from our dear storage approvers, but it needs an approval from a core approver in order to approve something in a place they cannot approve.
Can add me there.
Thank you, Alicia. And the last one is adding a unit test that will help us or will enable us to remove several end-to-end tests. This PR has an LGTM and I'm looking for a core approval to approve it.
I'm fine to take that as well because I'm already familiar with the context.
Thank you, Igor. That's it from my side.
Awesome stuff. Why do I have this open? And we have one more PR that came up in the triage. Don't believe this had 12 minutes ago. Okay, so still looking for people to look at this. ARPIT, I believe, is new to the community and looking for ways to get more involved. Admission request, virtual machine, resources, something file. Okay, probably looking for someone from the SIG compute. SIG? Is there anyone able to?
I
Can
can
you
also
just
take.
put C compute?
Yeah, I can take a look, but the PR looks a little bit weird to me.
I personally think that it doesn't compile.
No, I also doubt. But yeah, we can. We can try to guide him. I guess it's one of the first one of his first contributions. So
Yeah, require some potential massaging. Can I just like put SIG compute and I'll tell people?
yeah, but I guess it was open like 2 hours ago, so it will get some attention.
Vladiko Alache, did you want me to tag you specifically on this as well, or is the SIG
Oh,
compute?
no. I was just suggesting to put this label.
I will take a look, but yeah, don't worry. I think yeah, it doesn't compile. So
Okay. Actually, Alicia, while you're here, I just wanted to bring this attention, your email thread from today.
yeah, actually Stu already replied. Yeah, so there is this PR and that I am working together with Herman for VirtIFS. So today we have a limitation that we cannot start. We cannot use VirtIFS with PVC without using root. So the approach there, it's an option in order to enable using VirtIFS with rootless VMs. So yeah, we would like some feedback on the approach. So if people can please at least read the description, that would be great.
Yeah, I'll take a look. Definitely.
Thanks.
Okay, okay. So we've got a couple of bugs that have come through on the bug scrub. Oh, I might have copied the wrong one. I'm going to pass over this, not because I have anything against Or, but he knows how to get the attention from people in the community. Whereas I thought there were some others where people might not because they are new. Area monitoring. Okay, I might just tag.
Andrew, can you please CC Shirley Radko on that issue?
On this one? Sure can. Oh,
Shirley.
that's right.
Yeah. Thanks.
And sadly, DosiBot, despite handily adding the network label, offered nothing for this.
Yeah, I'm not sure. What if you'll explicitly call it?
If I CC DosiBot,
Yeah, or just ask what if you can provide any solution.
at Dosi,
But what do you think?
all right.
Has anyone ever received a good feedback from DosiBot so far?
I think there were several, good answers. Actually, some about race conditions. I usually go over all of these.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Oh, nice. And help train it with the thumbs up, thumbs down.
yeah, that too. But I mean, there are lots of misses. But in general, at least it provides some feedback. What's your experience, Real?
I still haven't seen a good answer from DosiBot to this day.
Is that because you only see their response on these ones that we look at in the meeting?
No, just look at the answers, and I personally don't like them, but
Okay.
it's just me.
Well, this is more of a broader question towards SIG networking. Who can I add to this to answer this? Aurelia, you still part of SIG network?
Yes, you can tag me.
You can
Thank you.
invite him to that no conference thing.
DosiBot?
The bot,
Or Aurel?
this person, everyone.
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, I'll be inviting everyone on the mailing list. I'm not sure if DosiBot will attend, though. Here we go. In the interest of time, I'll let Aurel decide whether or not that is worth thumbs upping or thumbs downing. That is a cogent verb. Okay, and this one, let's just see if anyone's jumped onto it. DosiBot has. Another networking one.
Yes, this one is a hot unplug on mainframe. You can CC me.
Okay. Amazing. Thank you. And next week, can you please tell us how DosiBot scored on these two bugs and your potentially your updated opinion on him? It. Won't bother looking, but thank you, Brian. I don't think Brian is here. Oh, he is. Thank you, Brian, for identifying and quarantining the CPU flight test. That's all we needed to say about that. Yeah, and there are a couple of comments I wanted to call out. There's one from Vladik saying more or less we should eventually decide whether we want to keep DosiBot or we want to disable it and try something else. And don't forget, you can influence the way that it responds to bugs using the thumbs up, thumbs down. And I think it responds to comments as well, saying like corrections in comments. If you're into that kind of thing.
Another way to influence this is to add more documentation. Like, for example, if we didn't describe something specific that it confuses about, then we can add the specific documentation, and then it will index it, and we'll start answering with this context.
Can we get it to add that documentation based off responses in a PR or a bug?
Yeah, then we can ask it to write the code and test it itself.
It'll always be the dream. All right, we have come to the bottom of our agenda for this week. There is nothing else that's been added there. So just in case, before we wrap up, anyone has anything that they would like to throw in at the last minute, question, a concern, or a comment, by all means, now is your opportunity.
Oh, I forgot. Yes, there is one thing. I will send an email about it tomorrow. I think we settled for a Slack meeting on SIG for SIG network. I think it will be on Tuesday at the same hour as we have this meeting. So every 2 weeks. So I'll send a notification and probably update some documents that says where it is supposed to happen. It's a bit late, but we had all kind of end of the year, start of the year, and all kind of miserable reasons not to do it until now.
I just presumed you're meeting on Slack and I just wasn't seeing it.
We didn't do it. But we will do it. I mean, we closed the date, and we even have, I think, an agenda for the first meetings to organize the format and everything.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, I have seen the suggestion converting this meeting to SIG compute, considering it is a heavily SIG compute meeting. I'm still wanting to define, going through our previous agendas of this meeting, would there be anything from the community that we would then miss out on? Also, the community meeting was here first, and maybe SIG compute should be looking for the new time slot. That's something we can discuss.
I think we also suggested for SIG compute to use a Slack-based meeting, at least bi-weekly.
Oh, that'd be cool. You can, take a leaf out of the SIG Networks book.
Absolutely.
So one thing we would miss from this particular forum as it currently exists is things like conference announcements or other sort of community business like membership or policy decisions, because that is not inside the scope of SIG compute. So what you just suggested, Andrew, of kind of maybe splitting the two might be appropriate, where like we currently do a bug scrub and what have you during and review open issues. Those become more of a SIG compute-y thing, but there's still a community level discussion that does need to happen, right?
You're
Hear me
muted.
speaking on mute.
This is why it's important to have video. Basically, I agree. Yes. I was also wondering whether it was worthwhile having farmed out half this meeting basically to SIG compute, whether we could make this shorter and then also have a second one in my morning slot to cater for the other part of the world who have a bit earlier. So having two shorter community meetings to touch base, and for people who are kind of also more geared towards new contributors and helping them find their way in the project. Yep, all food for thought, and probably I don't think anything will necessarily happen before our unconference, so it's probably worth something that we can talk about in detail there. How does that sound? Silent agreement. Perfect. All right.
Silence is always agreement. Yeah, I would wonder if we do, and everything you said is cool, Andrew, but I wonder if you would then add a how to get in touch with the right people sort of section to this meeting.
Oh, totally. Yeah, a lot of signposting. Perfect. Well, is there anyone else that would like to jump in? Maybe they've forgotten to bring up or add to the agenda before we depart for the week. Cool. All right. Well, I'm going to turn on the light. Thank you, everyone, for being here and for everything you do in the community. And thanks for attending this meeting and being so wonderfully involved and making sure that everything runs smoothly. Have a lovely day, weekend, and we'll see you next week. Ciao.
Thank you. See you. Bye-bye.
See you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.